Hi everyone, Dan Nance here again with another segment of my life as a harness trainer in Chicago, Illinois. On part 3 here, I'm going to talk about a little incident that took place back in, it was either 87 or 88. I can't remember exactly which year it happened in, but it was one of those 2 years that this little incident took place. I'm going to share it with you guys. You tell me what you think. But anyway, what happened was, at that time, of course, I was training on my own. I wasn't with my brother for a while. After the big M99 conspiracy scandal back in '84 and all that nonsense back then in '85. I'm going to address that maybe in the next video. I might address the M99 scandal to fill everybody in. I'm only going to talk about what I went through and what happened to me. I'm not going to address anything that went on with Scott. I don't really know the full story. I'll probably never know what really happened, but I have a pretty good idea of what happened. But I'm not going to address anything that concerns Scott. He can address that himself however he wants to, if he does in the future. He claimed that he's going to be writing some book, but it never came out, that Kim Rinker is supposedly writing for him. But anyway, I think I'll address that situation in '84 and '85 with that. Fill everybody in on what really happened and what transpired as far as what concerned me and my family with the situation. But anyway, what I'm going to talk about today, this little thing that happened, was it a conspiracy or wasn't it? Is what I like to name it. And like I said, this happened around '87 or '88. Now you gotta remember, at that time I was training on my own. I had a nice big stable over there at the farm, and I had several great owners. Ray Howard was one of them. My close friend Ray Howard, he owned horses in the barn then with me, and he had horses for himself and stuff. But anyway, I was with Ray just about every day of the year at the track at night and everything. We were very close. But I'm racing in '87, '88, and doing very well in those years. Very well. Had good horses, good stable. Had a lot of nice high claimers, mid claimers, 10 claimers, stuff like that. And going real well. Things were going good back then. But it was sometime at Maywood Park this happened, and all of a sudden, my horses are very well trained. I hire the best grooms. I take care of them. A1, my grooms do a great job taking care of the horses, and we give them the best, train them the best, and I know my horses are all good. I always classified my horses to where, I figured they'd be competitive, train them well, and everything like that. So, I'm racing and everything, and all of a sudden I hit like a cold streak. But even Ray's telling me, man, you're getting some bad drives, buddy. You're getting some bad drives there. Well, what's wrong with these guys? I don't know, Ray. I don't know what's going on here. This went on for a week or two. And horrible trips. I'd go down there. I don't know, Ronnie drive for me, Laverne, those are my top drivers. Aubin at the time, sometimes Paisley, sometimes, McGee, but mainly, Marsh and Laverne were my top 2 guys. But anyway, I just wasn't winning for a period of like 2 weeks. My horses are good, and seems like something's going on here, and I never really thought that much about it. I don't know, well, whatever, But then one night at Maywood Park, I raced a horse. I can't remember who drove him for me, whether it was Ronnie or Laverne, but I believe it was one of them. And I think I might have had Windy Top A in. He was a nice 25-30 claimer. Harley Emerson owned the horse. And I remember going down after warming him up, and Ronnie came down, or Laverne 1 and 2 came down to drive him, and I told him, hey, he's good tonight. He's good tonight. He's sound. He's classified. We should be pretty good in there. Give him a big shot to win. So anyway, race goes off. Come time to pull, never pulled off the wood. Sat there, got locked in. Coming down the stretch, no open stretch back then. He's running over horses, looking for a place to go, winds up third, something like that. So I'm aggravated, boy, whatever. So I leave the paddock. I go up to the derby room at Maywood up there, you know, in the second floor clubhouse derby room they called it. And, you know, I go up there, sit with Ray and Don Waldron, my other owner. Now Ray turns around, he says to me, "Buddy," this is the way you talk with that southern accent. We always imitate him. "Buddy, I'm going to tell you something, buddy. And I'm just going to tell you what I've been hearing. You know, I didn't want to tell you, you know, because I didn't want to get you upset, buddy. But, you know, you gotta check into this because, you know, you're going to start losing some owners here, buddy. You know, I'm with you, buddy, till the end. But, you know, all your other, you're going to start losing some owners here if this keeps happening because, you know, something's going on out there on the racetrack, buddy. And I'm going to tell you what I was told now, buddy. I'm going to tell you what I was told. And you do what you want to do." "Well, what's up, Ray? What do you mean? What'd you hear?" "Well, I'm going to tell you something, buddy. I was told, and I'm not going to tell you who told me, buddy. But I was told that the drivers are under instructions to lay back with your horses, buddy." "What?" "That's right, buddy. That's what I'm told. Now, you take a look at what's been happening in the last couple of weeks, buddy. You should have won a lot of races, buddy. Take a look at it. Look at tonight. That's all I'm going to say, buddy. Some instructions were put out by the higher-ups, buddy, to lay back with your horses and not win with them." "What?" I got mad. You know, I got mad. "What?" So I walk over. I leave Ray. I walk over to the dining room there in the derby room. Up there at the maitre d' station, I pick up the phone. I call you, operator. "Yeah, give me the stewards." Connects me to the stewards. Milburn or Schmidt, one of the two answers, I don't remember. I go, "Yeah, listen, I think it was Tim." I said, "Tim, I want to come up there tomorrow night and talk to you guys. I got something to talk to you about." Well, what is it, Dan?" I don't want to talk to you about it over the phone here. I want to come up to, can I come up there tomorrow when you get there at 6 o'clock and talk to you about this? I need to talk to you about something." "Well, can't you give me an idea? Can't you give me an idea what it's about?" I go, "Look, all I'm going to say is it's about the way my horses are being driven. I need to come up and talk." "All right, come up here tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. So the next night, I go up there, 6 o'clock, walk in. "Okay, what's up, Dan?" "Well, listen, I'm going to tell you guys what one of my owners told me. All right, and I'm very upset and very disturbed about this. And now that I'm thinking about it, you know, about what's been going on the last couple of weeks, and I really haven't been winning like I should, to tell you the truth, I want to tell you guys about it." Now, one of my owners told me that he was told, and he heard it through the grapevine somehow, that orders are out from the higher-ups for the drivers to lay back on my horses and not win with them. What? Yep, I'm telling you, that's what he was told. Now, I'm addressing you guys to this. I want to know what's going on here, if there is anything going on here. Because, you know what? Like Ray said, I'm going to lose some owners. I'm going to lose owners over this, and I'm not about to do that, okay? All right, so I don't know what's going on here, and I don't know what the story is. But, you know, take a look at last night's race. Take a look at last night. I told the guy to pull the horse. You know, don't get him locked in. Give him a big shot to win. He trained great. He's classified. The whole 9 yards. Give him a shot. And when it came time to pull, he's got locked in on the rail, running over horses down the stretch. Take a look at the film. Pull the film. Take a look at it. All right, yeah, okay. We'll do that, Dan. Yeah, we'll take a look at that and all that. You know, no, don't get too upset. We'll take a look at it. And we'll see, and we'll keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out from here and you know, pay attention to your horses. I said, all right. I just want to bring it to your attention because if this is going on, I'll tell you what. Excuse me. Now check this out. Here's the kicker of the story. After I go up and tell the stewards what Ray Howard told me, the next 6 horses that I start over the next 2 or 3 days all win. 6 straight wins after I go up and talk to the stewards about what Ray told me. So, was there a conspiracy? Now check this out. I win 5 in a row. Then after the 6th win in a row, I believe it was Polo's Rusty, horse I had, Polo's Rusty. Paisley drove him, had the 7 or 8 hole that night. Win. 6 straight win in a row. I'm in the detention barn, in the spit box there with the horse. State vet comes up to me. He goes, "Hey Dan, stewards are on the phone. They want to talk to you." Oh yeah? So I pick up the phone there in the spit box. And here it is on the other line, Tim Schmidt. He's laughing. I said, "Hello, Dan Nance." He goes, Hey, Dan, hey, it looks like you guys are rolling pretty good now, huh? You're rolling pretty good now? What is that, about 6 straight wins now or something like that?" And he's laughing. And I'm thinking to myself, what? Are you kidding me? So I say to him, Yeah, Timmy, isn't it remarkable what can happen when someone tries to win with your horses? Huh? Isn't it remarkable? Yeah, well, it sure is, yeah. Well, I think we can put that to a rest now, can't we? Look like you're back on the roll again, huh, Dan? I go, yeah, I guess so. So, all right. Yeah, it feels good to win, Timmy. Yep, all I want to do is get a fair shot out there. So, whatever. See you later. Bye. Now you tell me, how could I go up to the stewards and tell them what Ray Howard told me in the Derby room? Say that, hey, I was told there's a conspiracy out there. The higher-ups, whoever that means, track owners, Langley, Narodsky, this guy, that guy, racing, I don't know, whoever, I'm told that the drivers are being told to lay back with your horses and not win with them. And I wasn't winning. I was getting horrible drives, horrible trips. And then all of a sudden, I addressed this with the stewards, pointing out a particular race from the night before. I win the next 6 horses I drop in the box. I'm not dropping the box, that were in the box to go. Over the next 2 or 3 days, I raced 6 head, all 6 win in a row. And then I got Tim Schmidt calling me up in the spit box laughing about it. Yeah. So there you go. Now that's the kind of stuff that goes on. Yep, that's what happened to me. Well, you got to remember, see, at that time, even though this is 2 or 3 years after the big M99 scandal, and I'm training on my own, I'm racing under a permanent injunction at the time, okay? Because when they handed me down a year's suspension, I'm going to address all this in the next. When they handed me down a year's suspension in '85, and I got a restraining order, and then my lawyer went in for a permanent injunction, and the judge granted me a permanent injunction, that meant that I race under that permanent injunction until I have my hearing at the racing board on my appeal hearing for what the suspension was, trainer responsibility that they handed down to me. Okay, but the thing about it is they never had a hearing for me at the racing board. Never. 85, 86, 87, 88, they never had a hearing. And I just said, well, I'm going to just do my job, race my horses, and whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I'll face it when the time comes. But during those years, 86, 87, 88, 89, I was always in the back of my mind. And I always, hearing this, hearing that, and this is going on, and that's going on. And I had to live with all that pressure, but I could handle pressure. I can handle pressure real well, okay? So, most people couldn't, but I do. I handle pressure. But I went through all that, and there was always that crap in the back, like, oh yeah, everybody's against you, the track, that's against you because of what happened back there in '84, but whatever. But you know what? I'm going to address all that, what I went through when it all started for me with that endorphin scandal back in the end of 1984 into 1985. And I'll address all that. And I wrote about that. I wrote about these instances on Harness Forum back when I was on Harness Forum years ago. But you can't get the full picture, typing and writing stuff. People can't get the full picture. But when I address you face to face and tell you what went on, and how things happen, you can draw your own conclusions, and then you can go ahead and you can believe whatever you want to believe, because I really don't care. I really don't care what anybody believes, because I know the truth, and like I said in other videos, my family knows the truth, and that's all that matters, and the man above, most of all, knows the truth. But anyway, these are some of the kind of things that I went through. over the years when all this was going on and everything. But that was something else. That was something else what took place there with those 6 straight wins after I addressed the stewards, what Ray Howard told me. So that's just another day in the life of a Chicago harness trainer. Yep. And there's so many other stories. I hope to entertain you with. Like I said, I don't need to write a book. I'll just come on here and do videos and let everybody know what happened and what the truth is. So, until the next video, where I'll probably address the M99 and Torfine scandal as far as I was concerned, and the deal that what I went through and the hell that I had to be put through, I'll address that in the next video. It'll be probably a little long, quite a long video, because I'm planning on not leaving any instances out that I could address, and that because as I go through the years and talk about these, my memory comes back. Things just pop in like, oh, this happened, that happened. Oh yeah, I remember that. I have a very good memory when it comes to horses and when it comes to things like that. All right, so I don't forget anything, and I never will. But anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun for me to sit here and let everyone know what the trials and tribulations are of a Chicago harness trainer. Until next time, see you around.